Is today's general meeting a scientific session, then?
Yes, in the form of a scientific session dedicated to the Russian Academy of Sciences' involvement in the country's scientific and technological development.
I'm listening, Gennady Yakovlevich.
Vladimir Vladimirovich, I would like to report on the activities of the Russian Academy of Sciences. Please find the presentation attached. I would like to emphasize that the Russian Academy of Sciences is currently developing a program of fundamental scientific research. As part of this effort, it oversees the conduct of over 6,000 scientific studies in fundamental sciences, carried out across 714 research institutions. One particularly interesting area is the Department of Nanotechnology and Information Technology. This involves methods of decentralized collision avoidance, especially when managing a group of mobile agents, for example, a swarm of drones or a large number of robots. In this context, control is not centralized but distributed, relying solely on local observations and communications. Unique algorithms have been developed that enable these agents to react autonomously and avoid collisions. Our comparisons indicate that this decentralized approach offers significant advantages over its centralized counterparts.
It's very interesting to assign goals within a group of mobile agents.
Yes, the task has also been completed. This is the Federal Research Center Informatics and Management at the Institute of the Russian Academy of Sciences. A year ago, you held a council on strategic development and national projects, during which we received two key instructions. The first was to establish a system for monitoring national projects. In response, the Scientific and Technical Council, in collaboration with the Russian Academy of Sciences, has now begun this process. We are carefully reviewing two projects each month, focusing on their technological development. The second instruction was to develop proposals together with the government, not merely for import substitution, but for measures aimed at ensuring technological superiority, so that these projects surpass their global competitors. I would like to mention that, on the next slide, we have prepared over 100 proposals related to national projects. These proposals are broken down, including those focused on technological leadership. Each project, as shown on the following slide, has an assigned vice president. Their current task is to incorporate these initiatives into each project, working closely with government curators, to ensure these measures are integrated into the national projects. We successfully launched the Bion-M satellite on the 20th of August. The launch had been rescheduled 4 times, and it hadn't been in orbit since 2013. Thanks to our collaboration with Dmitry Vladimirovich Bakanov, the head of Roscosmos, we managed to bring this under control. This is a successful case for us. The satellite has already landed, and everything is functioning well. There are mice and insects on board, and research is currently underway in the laboratories. We believe the results will contribute significantly to global science, as we are leaders in fields like biomedicine, especially in space and radiation research, and our findings are highly regarded worldwide. Secondly, I would like to highlight another project we've completed. We launched 4 spacecraft to study solar and terrestrial activity, something we haven't done in this field for over 30 years. Previously, we relied on foreign data to monitor solar weather. Now, with these 4 satellites, we cover around 90% of the necessary information. They were put into operation in November without any restrictions. This gives us a unique advantage on a global scale, even surpassing some other countries. The project benefits both the Russian Hydrometeorological Service and the Russian Academy of Sciences. This initiative is also of interest to BRICS, as they are increasingly collaborating to better understand space weather, which is vital for space operations. That's all for now.
Some studies, I see, may seem quite distant from us, but they are still relevant to Earth, for example, research into Venus's climate history.
Yes, we specifically discussed this with you. I informed you that we have planned a project to create the Gennady Interplanetary Station. Its primary purpose is to study the markers of life on Venus and to conduct research, among other things. We are focusing on 3 planets, Mars, Venus, and Earth. Each has its own distinct characteristics. Venus, for instance, has temperatures below 500 degrees Celsius and high pressure. Mars is virtually lifeless, with almost no atmosphere, while Earth, of course, is very important because of how its evolution is progressing.
Gennady Yakovlevich, how is the funding for government-ordered research progressing?
Of course, the funding is still insufficient, but I would like to point out that we're not experiencing any sequestration. In fact, there's been an increase. That's separate. I also wanted to mention a few other things later on, but overall, we believe that we are managing with the current level of funding to ensure the continuation of our scientific research.
Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.